Okay children, let's continue our lesson here. Yesterday, in our previous video, we have seen that how Oliver had asked us for more. To whom? To the cook who was serving him the gruel. So, I hope till there your lesson is very clear with you. How you can see that the title Oliver asked for more, why it has been kept? Because he had asked for extra basin of gruel. Who asked? Oliver Twist, the main character of the story. Who? Oliver Twist. So let's continue with that. What happens? Let's see. So actually he hasn't asked for himself. Even though he was hungry, he did not dare to ask for himself, but it was about somebody who threatened to the whole of the children, those who are residing there, if you don't ask me and give one bowl extra, then I am going to eat one of you. And he pointed. So in that case, everybody, they sat and decided, let's ask for him one more extra bowl. So it was the turn. It was been decided that who would going to ask? Oliver is going to ask. Okay. So when he dared to ask, what happens? Let's see. Please sir, I want some more. The master was a fat, healthy man, but he turned very pale. The master, who was serving, the cook, was really healthy and very fat and healthy. You can't think of him thin. But immediately when he heard this word, sir, I want more. I want more. These words made him to turn pale. What do you understand by pale? Children turn pale when with fear. Your face color changes. Really doesn't change, but yes, you feel, normally you feel as if you are numb. So here the face become white, as if bloodless. You become bloodless, they say, no? And that happens when you are fearful, when you are afraid of something. Okay, so here also Oliver, when he asked, sir, I want more, that though the master was really healthy, so only happens that when you are really weak, you cannot bear the shock, and your body shows that you are afraid of something or you are losing your power. So here, but the master was really strong, healthy enough. But after listening to these words, I want more. I want more. Who told Oliver? That made that master really frightened, and he turned very pale. He gazed in stupefied astonishment on the small rebel for some seconds. So he was shocked. He turned normally his expression. Stupefied is nothing but, children, here a shocked expression what you give. So and kind of shocking, and he was surprised to hear that one child is asking for more. That means when it is decided in the house, that means in the workhouse, that it would be given only one bowl. So how he comes and asks for more? So someone is turning against the rule here. Rebel is nothing but, you understand, no, rebel, those who do not follow any rule. So he is turning rebellion here. So he couldn't believe. He was shocked and really surprised with those words, I want more. So it kind of that they are not ready to accept this rule. Someone came against our rule. And then clung for support to the copper. For some second he was shocked, and within a minute he couldn't control, as if he is about to fall. So clung means when you hold something tightly. So you can suppose this is the copper bowl, I am about to fall, I touch this for support, holding this for support. Even the copper bowl, he hold it as if he is about to fall, he hold that for support, because you can see from this expression how afraid he was, because they never believed. They are orphan children, they don't know anything, they don't have anyone. So how dare they would speak? But when Oliver asked for more, he couldn't bear that. So he was shocked, and he started what do you call as if he's about to fall, so he clung. Children, clung means to hold something tightly. It's a kind of verb. So he hold that. What did he hold? The copper bowl. The assistants were paralyzed with wonder. Paralyzed means when you don't move your body. So even they were shocked, and they were like shocked, and they are not at all moving. What did they hear? The boys with fear. All the boys were with fear. Can you understand how it is? Because it is against the rule. And what kind of feeling it created when they hear this word more? Everybody, the master was shocked. Even the helper, the woman, 2 women, they were paralyzed. Paralyzed means when your hands, body doesn't move. Here with shock, they are unable to. What did we hear? Even the other boys, they were with fear. What? Said the master at length in a faint voice. Means slow, not that loud. It's like, lacking, as if loudness is lacking. What? What did he say? What? He said to whom? To Oliver. You wanted. And he said that in a fainted voice. Means a voice which is lacking loudness. What? He said, because he is already afraid. Please sir, Oliver, replied Oliver, I want some more. So he replied once again. Who? Oliver replied, please, with request, please sir, I want some more. Again he repeated. The master aimed a blow at Oliver's head with the ladle. The master, after when he said, what you said? What did you say? Oliver repeated, please, I want some more. He is saying, I want it. Means with a request he is saying. He is not showing any force to him, but in request, I want some more. When he heard that word, what did he do? He aimed that ladle, nothing but ladle. In our previous video, I made you understand, children, that they are serving spoon. What we serve. Okay, you can imagine your sambar or rasam spoon, what your mother or father at home they have. So with that he aimed, means he threw. To whom? To Oliver's head. He aimed to Oliver's head, that with that ladle, and shrieked aloud for the beadle. So shrieked means cried loudly, to make a loud sound. Beadle. That means who here? Beadle, Mr. Bumble. He called out loudly. Whose name? Beadle name, Mr. Bumble. Beadle he is calling. To whom? To Mr. Bumble, who is the beadle of that workhouse. Understand? So when Oliver replied that I want more, he threw that ladle to his face and shouted loudly, beadle, and went to whom? This Mr. What I'm really children, I forgot. Mr. Bumble. Okay. The board was sitting in solemn serious meeting. The board was going on a serious meeting when Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in great excitement and addressing the gentleman in the high chair said, Mr. Limpkins, I beg your pardon, sir. Oliver Twist has asked for more. So immediately the master went and complained to whom? To Beadle. Who? Mr. Bumble. He immediately rushed to where, if you remember, those gentlemen, they are sitting on the round table and they were in a serious meeting, and he entered the room because they were in meeting and he disturbed. He used the word, children, see here, pardon, your pardon, I beg your pardon. Children, I beg your nothing but excuse me when you say no. Normally children, beg your pardon or pardon me. Nothing but when you want someone, you are disturbing someone, you are coming in the middle. So this is a respectful way. You show to the elder, you show to someone. This is a courtesy or minimum manner behavior what we must have in us. That when two people are speaking or elders are there, So without disturbing them, don't directly saying whatever we want to convey, but we say, I beg your pardon, nothing but excuse me. So that means you excuse me for disturbing you, and you say your words. Understand? Even you can use when both the teachers are talking and you want to talk to one of the teacher there. So you say, teacher, I beg your pardon, or pardon me, or excuse me, so that it is a kind of courtesy. Directly you go, so teacher, that's really, kind of little, so your manner is, you don't have that mannerism how to speak to others. Suppose your father, mother both are talking to each other, and you go and directly, mommy, you shout. Okay, when your mother, father, they're alone, it's okay, but they're among the relatives, or some elders are sitting, some guests are sitting. So how does it look? How the child doesn't have any manner, they may feel. So it's better you excuse me. When you say, that means you are asking for their attention, you are seeking their attention before speaking to them. You are asking for them, may I speak this? You can use any, pardon me, I beg your pardon, excuse me. So even you can use these words when you don't understand something. For example, someone is over the phone, they said some message or some word you did not understand. You can say, pardon me, means please, I did not understand, you can repeat me. Or excuse me, I did not get you. You can say, or you can say, pardon me. So this is a high kind of, I beg your pardon, is a high kind of request what you give, high standard. Okay, pardon me, excuse me is okay. To your principals or to your higher authorities, you can use such rules, I beg your pardon. So here, who used? Bumble used for whom? For those gentlemen. Okay, remember. So because they are the board members, they are highly respected. How we have here in our school, principal ma'am, chairman ma'am, sir. So they are all very respectable. When you enter their room and they are busy with something, I beg your pardon, or pardon me, excuse me. So that's a kind of courtesy you show. Yes or no? So that is, you must learn, and you have learned it. I hope you are going to use it after this. Okay, children. So he said, he went and said to whom? To this the person, gentleman in the high chair, Mr. Limbkins. If you remember, a high chair gentleman, little bit different, round faced. He is sitting in a high chair. That means he is in a little bit high in position. His name is what? Mr. Limbkins. I beg your pardon, sir. Oliver Twist has asked for more. So immediately he informed, because he disturbed them in the middle of the meeting. So use this. But even this is important, he thought. They must be informed about this. And he immediately gave the news that Oliver has asked. That means he is asking for more. He dared to ask for more. Let's continue this. What happened, what they speak, will continue this in our next video, children.